right, good morning, everybody. So, on the GoSun community, a lot of people ask what they can, better ideas on what they can make in specific ovens. So today, I think I'm going to focus on the GoSun Go. I'm going to try to make something, a single meal in the single GoSun Go. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a nice small acorn squash. So we'll do that with a little bit of bacon and kind of make it a nice little low carb snack meal type thing. So I'm going to go ahead and dice this up and cut this up and put that in there and put a little bit of seasoning in there, and I will be right back. Alright, so I chopped up actually about half of that acorn squash. I just put it in there to make sure that it all fit. I thought about it and I didn't want to cut the bacon up and then put the squash in and then have the squash just kind of sitting because, yeah. I threw the rest, the other half, into the sport, or I'm going to throw it in the sport, but that's just so I don't waste it. But I imagine you could just throw it in the refrigerator and cook it another day. So this was actually about half of that, but it was a really small, I have kind of small hands, so it was really actually a small acorn squash. So next I'm going to cut the bacon up. I'm going to throw the squash into the bowl, and I'm going to cut some bacon up, and we're going to fry the bacon up actually in here because I also like my bacon really super duper crispy. So we're going to crisp it up a bit, and then while this is crisping and getting cooked beautifully, I'm going to go ahead and season this. And I think today what we'll use is a little bit of olive oil and some Cavander's Greek seasoning because I actually really like it. A lot of people like sweet with their acorn squash. I actually enjoy savory. So I'm going to go ahead and cut the bacon up, show you guys what it looks like, set it out in the sun, and we'll go from there. Right, here we are. So please excuse my little rug on my table. The table's kind of weird looking right now. So here's my cut up bacon. I'm going to go ahead and put that in there for about 15 minutes or so, and then we'll come back out and check on it. In the meantime, I will throw my seasonings onto my acorn squash and we can get this started. So I went ahead and put the olive oil on there, have it in a bowl, and as you can see, it's a little shiny. Mixing it together with the Cavander's to give it a little bit of seasoning. Make sure it gets really nicely coated. So these are ready to rock and roll, and once the bacon is to my liking, we'll go on from there. So I will see you in 15 minutes. Alright, so it's been 15 minutes. As you can see, that gorgeous, glorious steam rising. I wish you guys could smell it though, because it smells absolutely stellar. Alright, so I'm stirring it up a little bit. I didn't think it'd be ready yet. I just want to make sure that we checked on it and stirred it at the 15-minute mark. So go ahead and stir it a little bit. This is way too chewy for me. I'm a crispy bacon kind of person. So we'll go ahead and put it in for another 15 minutes. I think I'll steam it just a little bit, or let the steam out just for a little bit. That way some of the steam will help it get a little bit more crispy and less of a boiled effect. So I will see you in 15 minutes. Alright, we are at our second 15 minutes, and these are crisping up very, very nicely. They are very pretty, actually. I don't know if you can catch that sizzle, but the steam is quite nice as well. Looks like I got a couple of real fatty chunks, which It's kind of doesn't help the crisping part, but what I need to do is I need to spread it out a little bit better. Overall, it looks really good. I think I'm going to give it 10 more minutes or so. Actually, you know what? No. I'll go ahead and throw the squash on there right now. Get that lined up. I'm actually going to turn this and let it cool some. So that way, kind of have it facing a breeze. We have the smallest of breezes right now. And so I'm going to face it to the breeze. I closed it so that it doesn't heat up anymore, so we can let it cool down quite a bit. You do not want to shock your tubes. And in the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and put this together with my squash and drain the fat out of that first off, because there'll be more fat anyway, and we'll put it all together. And once this is nice and cooled, I'd say probably give it about 10 minutes or so, we can come back out here and put it together and throw it back in the oven. All right, here we are. I went ahead and set this all up so it's on top. You know, the more I think about it, I think I could have just thrown the raw bacon on there and thrown the squash in there and cooked it all together. So what I might do is further down the road make a follow-up video to this and see if we can do it again that way, and if I can get the bacon the way I like it. But in the meantime, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this in here. The bacon's not overly done. It's actually very, very still soft still. So I'm going to go ahead and put it in here. I'm not even going to come and look at this for at least 25 minutes. So I will see you guys in 25 minutes and we can check it out.